Hello and welcome to the review for The Birthday. Now this review has been edited, filmed, then edited and uploaded, and since the review was filmed, edited and recorded, or the wrong way around again, I feel like Norman right now, mumbling away. Life's just changed dramatically, and basically what's going to happen is I'm going to play the original review, so it's going to cut to me, it's going to have the intro, then the review and the outtakes, and then Corey Feldman himself will appear in this review. When he sees my reaction to The Birthday, that's now signed, you're going to see that, and then I'll cut back to myself later on. So hope you enjoy the review and stick around the end to see Feldman. Hello and welcome to Review Rant Random for The Birthday. Right, in our mission to watch Corey Feldman movies, I mentioned The Birthday a couple of times, and Brittany decided to watch it, and it's weird. Now, it's only been released in Germany, and I've got a little bit of a story to tell. I'll tell it in the outtakes. I'll tell my story of The Birthday in the outtakes.
It's worth waiting around for the outtakes for that.
It's quite a funny story.
It is a good story.
Yeah. So anyway, Corey Feldman. This film, when it starts, would be in German import. It is very pixelated, I thought.
Yeah.
And it comes up with a thing that Corey plays Norman. And it's all set in 100 and something hours. This is all in German on the back. It says 97 minutes on the back. It definitely comes up 100 and something minutes. It's meant to be it all meant to happen in real time. And Norman has came to a birthday party. He's been invited to his girlfriend, who's very nasty to Norman. And basically, he's ready to meet the family. He's basically getting ready in the hotel room, and coincidentally enough, a few of his friends are having a party on the floor above, and they get, "Hey Norman, join the party." And basically, shit goes batshit crazy. Now, Feldman's performance in this is really odd. It's as odd as Lucky Fits, but he's really good in it. Like, once you get past the fact that he's going to be like this all the way through, he's like, hey, he just mumbles a lot, doesn't he?
What did I say? Man on the Moon.
Andy Kaufman, you mean, kind of thing, out there, space. He does, he's got this little different vibe, but as I say, it's all set within an hour and a half time period. Now, if you take elements from The Shining, Society, and quirky stuff, this is where this film goes. And it's got some random actors, and basically there's going to be a birthday party in the boiler room. There's some weird people, like the Chinese kid he interacts with, and he's just like, You Were Laughing at Dream, Little Dream too. We're going to do that one next, but he has some very quirky lines. He has some very outbursts. She's an absolute cunt to him.
Wow, that was brutal.
Well, she is. She drags him along, and she's like, "No, Norman, go that way. No, Norman, don't meet my parents. No, Norman." So basically, this party's going on upstairs. His mates he used to go, like, having a crazy party, and they're doing like a hangover thing where the guy in the wheelchair is just going for it as well.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a Time Lord appears. There's loads of people just randomly starting going past in army suits, and you think it doesn't really go like the burst and entry. They're just doing it. Like, you know what's going on. Then Norman, as he gets sent to the cunt, sends him back to his room, like drops his present down he drops it down the basement, and he encounters them on the neck. So basically, he encounters that these people have all combinated, and someone's going to die or look like they're going to die. Then they're going to be born as the next Christian god or some kind of devil, and this is a cult. So it's went from Norman just turning up to having a birthday party to being a cult resurrection of the devil and Christ or something. It's some biblical portions. But Norman's just trying to get with his girlfriend, who's a cunt, basically.
3 C-bombs.
I know.
3 C-bombs. I don't think I've ever watched a review where he's dropped a C-bomb.
Well, I have, Corey. There's a C-bomb, yeah. His performance is good, and one of the things they've done is he's in the start and end of every scene. It literally all evolves around Norman's downfall. But for you, I mean, you were like unsure for ages, right?
I was like, watched it over 2 nights, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the first night I was like, I don't know what's going on.
It's really weird.
But then I picked up.
The music as well.
It picked up, and I did enjoy it by the end. It was the same happened with Dream a Little Dream, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it is a slow burner because I think it caught you off guard. The soundtrack's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
His performance, it's good. He's really good in it, but then it just takes a while to. It's so odd. It is so like Society, Shining odd. It's just you just know something's not right. And yes, it's all been shot in like one big ballroom, and the elevator's always the same elevator on different floors and stuff. But it's just like there's no one else around.
Nah.
You don't see outside at any point. You know, it's all probably been done in studios.
Oh yeah.
And by the end of it, without a spoiler, there's some kind of weird abomination when he's got the axe and running around and people are getting electrocuted, and it's Norman. It's just
It is batshit crazy.
It's batshit crazy, but it's an awesome movie.
Quirky is the word.
Quirky is a good word.
Quirky is the word.
Right, I'll see you in the outtakes. Okay, so we're in the outtakes. So basically, you're going to see the original outtake, and then I'm going to cut back to myself. Right, here is the thing I was like, thing, that is an outtake, thing. Right, there might be, sorry Brittany, here, if there's anything there right now that might be a screenshot from Amazon a good couple of years ago, get rid of that if it was there or not. You might notice the price was about £300. So I bought this when it first got released. This is an original issue, and you always got to be quick on stuff like this, like stuff like Belvish Bash, like Lucky Fits. These come out and they have like a limited run. This will be from the actual company that made it. You know, it's got no certification on it. That's it up there. Corey Feldman in the middle. This did make an appearance in the Two Corey show when Corey gets it delivered, and this is the poster for the film, and he's very proud of this, and I think he should be. I don't think it'll get a release over here.
No.
I just don't see. It's just so quirky.
Didn't you say it was one of his favourites?
He says in the show it's one of his favourites. So I had it, and I was proud to have it. Again, I was like, oh, it's fucking weird. Now, on my 30th birthday, when I was in Edinburgh, I basically, my friend Gally used to live in Edinburgh, really, and when I went up after, I was telling Gally about this shop, and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I made Gally walk fucking miles. He was like, dude, there's nothing else. There's a shop here that sells DVDs, and it wasn't there. It was like, honestly, it was like something from Aladdin. It was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I found this shop. It was real, and for some strange reason, there's no video footage of this shop.
I was literally just about to ask, is there any footage of this shop?
I might have a look back. If it just jump cuts to some footage, I don't know, yes or no, there might be. I wasn't exactly in the best mood that day on the 30th. I don't know if I did. Anyway, do you know what's even funnier?
What?
I tell you why there might not be any video footage, and this probably makes no sense, but it does. This is a random outtake, right? Because I found it while walking to the pictures. And what did I go and see on my 30th?
Oh.
Iron Man 3. I was so hyped to go and see Iron Man 3 that I put that poster in the frame at work, right?
Yeah.
And for some reason it ended up in the tea room by default. And when the old shop closed, that was getting chucked in the bin. I was like, I'll take that. That's been sitting in the hallway for ages. Anyway, so that's probably why there's no video footage, because I was going to the pictures. And there's nothing worse than going, where's your camera? There's nothing worse going, are you going to the picture? Hi. What have you got a camera for? Tourist. Anyway. So I found this shop, went in anyway, I asked him if he had any VHSs, he had loads of records and stuff like that, and it was a weird shop. I did buy that from it. I'm glad I knew where that was.
Yay.
Or it might have been, it was definitely this version of Heathers.
I like that.
It's a nice cover.
I like that. It's nice.
So I bought Heathers, I was, ooh, that there. I think I got a Rise Against album as well, and when I went down the back of the shop, there was DVDs, and most of the time it was just tacky old stuff you see anyway. But he had like an American import. He had an import section. I was like, right. And there was some quirky stuff there you don't see. And there was this sitting on the shelf, and it had $8.99 on it. I instantly picked it up. I was like, I've already got it, but it's the story. It's the myth of finding that film. I was like, it's mine. $8.99, yeah. And yes, it's called The Birthday, but this guy translated all of them, and on that it's got My Birthday. So I actually bought that on my 30th birthday, randomly in a mysterious shop in Edinburgh. So I've got 2 copies of it.
I hope I have a good story to tell about my 30th.
Yeah,
Like
but that is my 30th story. And obviously when I seen it on Amazon, they were going for like 300 quid.
Oh my
I've
god.
got 2. I've got 2.
Has it ever been released on Blu-ray anywhere?
Nah, that's it.
No,
From what I know,
that's
that
it.
they are from the original batch. But that's what happens. They like, there's a few of them. They'll get batches and that's it. So yeah, it's a story about the birthday. If you can get a hold of it or watch it in any way, it's quirky as fuck. Fans of anything of the Jeffrey Combs era of Reanimator and stuff like that, it's just fucking mental. Especially when there's an axe.
I'm sure you kept looking at me during it, like just to see what facial expression I had. There's Milo. Hey.
Yeah. You look like Corey Feldman on that front box. Little black suit on, haven't you?
Aww.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Okay, so basically at HorrorCon, I took the birthday after that review, after you've seen that story, and Corey Feldman's legit shocked reaction and fascination about the birthday is going to be shown right now.
I'm surprised you guys know Rock and Roll High School. That's a classic. You know when you did. Oh, look at that.
I know, that's amazing.
Now that's the great thing about coming to Europe. You have real movies. You know if you can find that here. So just let them know that it's fine. What I'm saying, are they selling it here at the convention? I haven't seen it yet.
He has a great story about it.
Oh, nice.
We've just done it.
So this one is to you.
We've just done a video for his birthday. And I actually titled it The Birthday because we've just watched that. So I titled it The Birthday.
Do you know how rare this is for me to sign one of these? Yeah. I think I've maybe signed like 2 or 3 of them my whole life. So nobody has it. I mean, people in America, when I do the cons and I say, well, my favorite movie is called The Birthday, and everybody sits there deadpan. They have no idea. Yeah, they have no idea.
So later on that day, the Q&A happened, and basically me and Britt were sitting there, I was videotaping this, the guy next to us asked it what it was like playing Donatello and Slash, and Brittany at that time was waving a hand up. He got the question and I thought, okay, they're going to ask somebody else in the room. Then Feldman and the interviewer went, right, what's your question? And Brittany basically says, will you tell us a bit about the birthday? So this is Corey Feldman's legit on response of the love of the birthday.
Okay, was there another question up at the back there? Yes.
Yeah. I met you earlier and we had a conversation.
That's not my fault.
We had a conversation about the birthday, and you mentioned how rare it is. So could you just just explain how much that movie means to you? Because I know that's one of your favourites.
Okay, so how many of you, show of hands, have heard of the film The Birthday? See? You see what I'm talking about? Even in Europe, you're the only one. Okay, so there's a problem. Call the marketing team, they're not doing a very good job. No, so there's this little movie I did called The Birthday, and it's basically one of my proudest moments as an actor, something where I actually, because as you could probably notice, I'm a bit self-deprecating, so I tend to not be my biggest fan. I'm my harshest critic, in fact. But the one film that I feel like I really did do great work and I was very pleased with is this film called The Birthday, and it was all shot in Spain, and it was an entirely Spanish crew, an entirely Spanish cast. And I was the only American in the film, but yet the film was set in America in the 80s. So imagine what that's going to be like, right? Like some Spanish director and writer who doesn't really know how to speak English very well. At the time, he couldn't really speak very well. And he wrote this brilliant script, but a lot of it didn't make sense because the translation was off. So I had to go and I had to rewrite every word of the script from page 1 to get it proper English, but not just proper English, also to set it in America and to set it in a time period. So with that, of course, you've got to bring in pop culture references and slogans and things like that. So there was a lot that went into the behind the scenes of it, but the thing that makes the film so brilliant is it's kind of like David Lynch meets David Cronenberg meets Steven Spielberg meets Robert Zemeckis. So it's kind of got all of these different flavors because that's who he is as a director. Eugenio Mira is the name of the director. He went on to make a movie with Elijah Wood and John Cusack called The Grand Piano. And he also was the second unit director for the most recent Jurassic World. So, he's done quite well for himself. And my hope is that as his star continues to rise and he becomes more and more popular, there will be a resurgence and the movie will finally get the distribution it deserves. But the thing that makes it so unique is it's a movie that's shot in real time, and unlike any other movie I've ever done, well, first of all, I play a character that's totally bizarre, very out there, and has no connection to me at all. So it's a very removed character. But on top of it, the film actually shows me from the moment I come on. I'm in every single shot of the film. And I don't mean every scene of the film, but I mean every shot of the film, which means I was constantly on the set. I never got a break, and the movie's 2.5 hours long. So every shot, every moment, I had to be there for it, and had to be in character. And the movie's shot in real time, so you never leave the side of this character, and then it just gets completely twisted when you watch it. So, you know, like a David Lynch movie where you're just kind of like, what the hell is going on here? But it's brilliant. Brilliant acting, brilliant direction, brilliant cinematography, brilliant sound. So much I can say about the film, and it's not been seen by any of you. So if you get a chance, you can find it on Amazon.de, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. Amazon.de. And that's the German Amazon, or you can find it on Spain Amazon as well, I believe. And they do have an English version, of course, since it was all done in English. But anyway, great film. Yeah, thank you for the question.
So I've been Stephen Mason. This has been one of the most random review randoms I've done, featuring Corey Feldman. Very much thank you to HorrorCon, Slimehouse, everyone in Corey Feldman, everyone who helped and make this video happen. As I say, I've just jumped in, completely re-edit the video, jumping in, not reacting to stuff. It's epically long, but thanks very much. Like, share and subscribe to the channel. And I think this is one of the first reviews to just be released, and it's got the brand new logo on as well. So thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
And now, the end is here.